The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Thursday pod.
Hi-yo.
I've got some intel on the Horsefly, why it's called Beyonce.
Ooh, okay.
Comes up later in the show. Because the Horsefly is from Atherton Tablelands. Oh, that'll give away the answer if people do Smarter Than Suze. Oh, anyway, whatever.
We've already done it. It's a separate pod anyway.
Yeah.
Is it?
If you want to do Smarter Than Suze, just don't listen to this bit. Come back to it later.
Yeah.
Okay. He thought the horsefly had distinctive golden hairs on its lower abdomen, which made the fly bootylicious,
We all have that.
a term made famous by the song of the same name in 2001 by Beyonce's former group Destiny's Child.
What, golden hairs where?
On its lower abdomen.
So and it's like snail trail.
Well, I don't know. Lower abdomen.
So
is it named Bootylicious because it's got golden hairs on its abdomen, or it's...
He named the species after Beyonce because he thought called the species the Beyonce species because he thought the distinctive golden hairs on the fly's lower abdomen made the fly look bootylicious.
does she need to have sign off on that? Because, I mean, you could have anything named after you
Exactly.
when it might not be good.
That's a very good
Like, imagine the
question.
Susie O'Neill dung beetle.
I guess if you were...
You wouldn't want that.
There's a pansy, Susie O'Neill pansy
Is there?
flower.
But I guess if you're monetising it, maybe it'd be a problem.
Yeah.
But they're just naming it. But yeah, I don't know, still.
It's the Skeptia Beyonce. That's what he's called it. Skeptia Beyonce. Beyonceae. Like he made it insecty.
Yeah, Beyonce.
Might be Latin.
Yeah,
True. It was discovered in 1981,
Yeah.
but it's not. It was named in 2011. It's like old news. But it wasn't scientifically described until 2011.
The Beyonce
It
seven.
came up in the question.
The Beyonce 7 albums too much as Maximus Insectus. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. How did it come up in the question? Okay.
Where'd you see Beyonce, Ash?
What?
You said you seen
Oh,
Beyonce.
I saw her at the...
You've seen her.
I seen her.
Seen her.
I seen her
Where'd you seen her?
at the arena, at the Ant
With Tina?
Yeah, there was a girl that used to
Tina.
work here
Virginia.
called Mandy.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Mandy?
Different Mandy?
Yeah, I know Mandy.
Not
Mandy,
Man.
no,
Mandy
different.
Copeland.
Mandy Copeland. And,
Never heard of her.
And Mandy was like, she's the queen. She is the greatest.
Oh, my God.
And Mandy was right into a rap and everything. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
you
for a
know,
white person, she was very
yeah,
rappy.
yes.
Yeah.
She was. She was like right into it.
She had good taste, is what you're saying.
Well, she had interesting taste.
Trusted her
And
taste.
and it surprised me because I thought Beyonce was like sort of really mainstream, which wouldn't be up Mandy's alley, but she was like,
But
yeah,
so you took her recommendation and went because she said to go.
yeah. And
Disappointed.
I was underwhelmed.
Yeah. I could have told you that, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. But nonetheless, here we are.
Just doing a pod.
It's doing a pod.
We need a few more minutes off.
Okay. Right. Pearl Jam.
Go on.
Yes.
Speak
yes.
openly
Give us
at this
yeah,
forum.
Yes. There we go.
A little disappointing, to be honest. Probably heard 6 or 7 songs I've never heard before.
Have you got any Pearl Jam in the system?
No.
There's no Pearl Jam in the system.
No, I got a couple of
And I
songs.
didn't play Jeremy's.
Didn't play Jeremy, didn't play Nothing Man, didn't play... There's like 3 songs in Vitalogy that's definitely got to start. Because, I mean, I have this theory that 80% of the people there, when you're playing stadiums, 80% of, they just know you from your big albums. Vitalogy being one of the big ones.
Play the hits.
Play the hits. Pretty simple. What was the advice that...
Elton John, before Ed Sheeran went on stage and did a solo show at Wembley, Elton John was the last artist to do it, and Ed called Elton up and said, do you have any advice for playing Wembley solo? Because it's pretty daunting up there, you're by yourself. And Elton just said, play the hits. No one wants to hear your album tracks.
No.
Just go out there, play the songs that the people want.
100%.
And then Ed changed his set list accordingly.
There you go. Boom. I mean,
Something else that I hate that they do too is when you go to watch a band that doesn't have that many good songs, but they do have some that you go there to watch, and then when they actually go around to singing the songs live on stage, they let the crowd sing it.
Oh, I hate that.
That's like my number one pet peeve.
Can I say who did that? That really pissed me off. Blink 182. The Where Are You bit and Miss You.
come on.
That is iconic purely for the way he sings it.
Of course.
And he leans off mic and the crowd sings it.
That's sort of a mocking him. Where are you?
Where are you?
He went on here. Us doing it. When
No.
him doing it.
That's the song. I thought it was going to be the Where Are You bit, but it wasn't.
That was enough. That's good.
You know what song it is. And tell you what, they did do well, though, and I respect this. You know when you go... So someone
Who,
like...
Blink?
Blink did this well. You know when you go to the entertainment centre, I'll use that specifically because you drive and it's like a nightmare getting out of.
20 years I haven't been there. Almost.
You like to leave early.
Yeah.
But usually the
Have to
bands
leave early.
play their best, most well-known song as
Yeah.
the last song.
Exactly. So it's hard to leave.
They
Right?
played all their hits, their massive songs,
Yeah.
and then they came back with like one sort of semi-good song and then a new album song.
Oh, really?
They ended on an album song.
That's a good idea.
So you don't
the
miss a
true
thing.
fans can
Yep.
stay and watch.
Well, that's exactly what I worked out. 11 o'clock was the curfew for Pearl Jam, and they played a live, and there was still 6 minutes till 11.
I've got some alive here.
This went off. But as they're playing, I went, I can't leave. This is the big track. But then I'm also thinking, man, there's 40,000 people that all have to get on buses. That's the only way out of that stadium.
Yeah.
So
Did the bus drop you off back at Pack Fair?
yeah, essentially, just past there near the light rail. And I
Yeah.
said to Simon, this is probably the second last song. Let's get the hell out of this. And this last song was Rockin' in the Free World, Neil Young.
Oh, is that what the
which
Neil
I,
Young
which I
song
could
was?
live without.
Oh, okay. So maybe they did the same thing. Maybe that's a new
Rockin'
thing.
in the free world. And I said, let's go. And
Yeah.
I went, and like about another 1,000 people probably did that, but not 40,000.
Mm.
And thank God that saved us an hour getting out of that stadium.
Yeah.
It was bedlam.
Don't you reckon there's more midweek gigs than there used to be? Like everyone's
Yes.
coming out here midweek. Used to be Friday,
Back in the
Saturday.
day, always Friday, Saturday.
Do you reckon that that's a cost thing? I know that
Yeah.
someone was
Hiring.
on sort of saying that they get married on a Friday now because it's cheaper to hire at the
Definitely.
venues. I wonder if it's cheaper to hire at the venues midweek.
Well, I guess they're usually sporting stadiums, so I guess
Yeah.
that's easy to book them on a Wednesday.
But the other thing
maybe.
as well is, so maybe instead of spending 4 weeks in Australia touring, you're here for 2 weeks. So you save on all your accommodation costs.
Yeah, well, that's true. Because they're playing Sydney and Melbourne over the weekend, I think, aren't they? They're going to
Yeah.
Sydney now, Pearl Jam, so someone gets them on Friday night.
Is Eddie's voice still strong?
Yeah, it held up. It did. Early on, I thought the signs were bad when he didn't go for a high note. In
Do you know the names of anybody else in Pearl Jam?
No. No, yeah, the drummer was interestingly, the drummer from Soundgarden, apparently, from back in the day.
Soundgarden, really?
Yeah. But other than that, no.
Jeez, I thought of
Stone
Soundgarden.
Gossage, but he was in Soundgarden. I think he's not in.
Was
I don't
Soundgarden
think
Chris
he's in
Cornell?
Pearl Jam. Yeah, Chris Cornell.
Yeah, okay.
No, I don't think there's anyone else famous in the band, is there? There'd be people yelling Blue Murder at me right now, but...
If you got a chance to see him again, would you go? So was it good enough for you to go
I
again?
wouldn't go to the Gold Coast. If,
Right.
they were playing Suncorp, maybe, but... I wasn't... having straight off the back of Coldplay a week ago in Sydney, I mean, you're comparing
Oh, yeah.
peaches to bloody apples or something.
I think that's how the saying
You're-
goes, yeah.
You're comparing two different
Apples to
fruits.
oranges?
You're comparing apples to oranges. There was no...
No, that's not it.
No comparison.
Peaches to apples, I think.
If they're playing down at Brothers Leagues Club at the club down the hill, you'd walk down the hill.
I'd definitely walk down Brothers Rugby Union Club and do that. No one else is famous from the band. I don't think.
Who supported them? They have a
I
support
know
act?
Stone Gossard, isn't it? So Stone Gossard is a famous guy. I'm pretty sure he was in Audio Slave. Stone Gossard. He's an American musician, songwriter. He served as a guitarist for the rock band Pearl Jam. He was one of the founding members of the band. Okay, so he's just Pearl Jam. Stone Gossard is just Pearl Jam. He's famous enough. I know you know him as a guitarist. He's a famous guitarist. Otherwise, it's Mike McCready, Matt Cameron, and Jeff Arment. You know.
Never heard of them.
I haven't heard of that.
Who supported them?
Well, unfortunately, this is sad news. Actually, old Gene Teasers and the Teen Jesus, whatever that name is. You know that one? You know that band? There's actually a band called Teen
No, I
Jesus
do.
and the
Hang on.
Gene Teasers.
Yes.
What a great name.
Yes, it's maybe the greatest name.
Teen Jesus
and the
and the
Gene
Gene
Teasers.
Teasers.
It's
Wow.
maybe one of the great rock names in history.
That is a great name.
Local
I've
band.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get them in or something.
I've got some of their songs here.
Yeah.
Are they blue?
Weirdly enough, I have more Teen
the
Jesus and the
Pearl Jam.
Gene Teasers hooks in the system. Dull.
Four girls,
Yeah,
apparently.
the chicks.
Let's do something with them. Let's
So that's
get them.
Dull.
I think they're Brisbane.
Lights Out.
Unfortunately, on the biggest night of their lives, the weather came
Oh,
in.
the storm hit.
And they actually canned the opening act, which was them. They didn't get to play. The Pixies played.
Maybe you should try sticking to your girl sports. Remember, like it better if you didn't talk.
You know why we have all these in the system?
Why?
This like reeks of Tim Blackwell. This is the sort of music he'd love.
I thought Maddie might have had him on her show. The Australian.
No, this is Tim's stuff. Like the stuff I'm playing now is from Tim.
Really?
Yeah, from. The
I can
Drive
see
Show.
Tim saying that right now. I'm into the Teen Jesus and the Gene Teen
I think I am.
Jesus.
I think I am as well, actually.
Oh yeah. And that's not a joke. We have more Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers in the Nova database than Pearl Jam.
We should have.
Really? That's weird.
My bad. We should have got them on today and said, "Oh, you missed out on playing last
Yes.
night."
Can you do a gimp for us?
Played one of their
To make it up.
songs.
Can you come in and do it?
I had a mate's band. They never made it to be anything, but they supported Bon Jovi in Sydney.
Yeah.
Like they were the first of two support acts. So the one that's on really early. But the stadium show, they're out there. They're usually playing like Battle of the Bands and the RSLs and stuff. And then the next minute, they're on a huge stage.
God.
Pretty cool, eh?
Did they go okay?
that.
Yeah, they were good.
It would take us because remember when Missy Higgins played at a big stadium, she said it was hard. She tried to really yell at the back people, and then she realised she had to sing quietly. Like
Is
she
that for
normally
Ed?
did. Yeah, Ed Sheeran.
Really?
Yeah, and she was yelling. Rah.
Well, I mean, it's no doubt that Sabrina Carpenter got made off Taylor Swift's support.
She actually, like, I left that show going, oh, this chick's pretty cool.
Really, she didn't play ours because it rained again.
Yeah.
She was the backup singer
Oh, really?
in Sydney, and it rained, and they cancelled her.
Is that right? Oh, God. Need roofs in our stadiums.
Oh,
Helpful.
don't get lotsy started on
Too
stadiums.
much to ask, is it? Let's get a stadium first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for listening to the podcast.
Fair income.
Make sure you tune in tomorrow. We'll have one with the Kid Leroy.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.